I know it's hard to stay positive even when in hard times. We might feel as we are uncertain, a failure, or even a mess. I've even been there. There are times when I feel like I'm a mess and just a failure. But even through that, we are a beautiful mess. But sometimes our life starts to fall apart and swing out of control like we're a wrecking ball, where sometimes we want to go this way, but we go left, and it may seem like we have nothing. We might feel confused, angry, and have all these emotions when we don't understand why this has happened to us. We might feel like, why have this happened? Or if our house got taken away, why is our house being taken away? Even when we have no way of understanding why this is happening to us, we have to remember that through all of this, God is making a beautiful plan. It might not seem the way we want it to go, but in a way we don't understand, He's working for our good. As it says in Philippians 3:13, verse 14, forgetting what is behind and straight forward what is ahead, I press on towards that goal to fulfill the prize of which God has called me in Jesus Christ. Meaning, we might not understand what is going on. Sometimes life goes right when it should have went left. Your girlfriend might have left you. You might have lost your job, got evicted, anything. You feel like, why does it have to happen to me? I don't understand why can't my cards just go right. But sometimes when we think our cards are going to go right, everything falls right, and we get an ace, and sometimes we don't. We get a joker. And it seems like there's no way of understanding, but we have to keep God's promises and knowing that no matter what life throws at us, we're going to keep fighting the good fight and just keep going. And I understand that some people might feel like it's hard to keep going. It's hard to feel like when you're crying and it hurts and pain and emotional pain and everything that you're going through, and you just feel like you can't do it, you can't press on, but you can press on. You just have to keep going, keep having faith, because sometimes faith is all you need to get going. You can sit there and say like, oh, nothing's gonna go right in my life, or nothing's gonna come my way, or nothing's gonna get good in my life. But if you keep doing that, your life is gonna be nothing. You have what you say. So if you say that your life is gonna be awesome and positive and everything is gonna happen, then your life's going to be positive. Because you have what you say. There's power in your tongue. There's power in life and death. Sometimes we're not understanding very well of our own understanding, because we try to look at it from our human point of view and say, like, why is this happening? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? But as Proverbs 3:5-6 says, lean not on your understanding. In all ways submit towards Him, and He will make your path straight. You might feel like, why didn't I get this job? You can feel like, oh, I didn't get this job because I was not good enough. No, maybe God has something better for you, and that is why you didn't get the job. You might have, maybe down the line, He wants you to be a CEO of a company. You never know. You just never know. It doesn't matter what the flesh and the human mindset thinks. Sometimes the human mindset can play a role in making us feel like we're not good enough. But what it says what God sees is so much different than what us as a human sees. And you have to keep fighting a good fight. No matter how much the world gets crazy, the world is going to get crazy. Your friends can turn against you. Your car can break down. You can just lose your house, lose your job, everything. Heck, it might even start raining chicken wings. But if that happens, you know that you have to keep trusting His promises and that He will help you make it through. There's been times in my life when I felt like I wasn't good enough, or I couldn't press on, and I couldn't feel like I would make it through. There's tears and heartache and pain and all that bad stuff. But through it all, it got better. Sometimes you have to just think that there's always tomorrow. Today might be pretty crappy, but tomorrow's going to be better. It has to get better. God's given us a new day to make new memories and discoveries and to help someone in need. I feel like who's ever listening to this, if they're feeling like, no, I'm not going through something in life, or I feel like a failure, or I feel worthless, or I feel anything like that, you are not worthless, that you are something. You are beautiful in God's eyes. You are amazing and awesome. And I pray that whoever is listening to this, or who needs this, that it will lift you up and help you on whatever journey you're going through. And I know that is something I have not met you, but I feel like if I'm helping you in any way that I can, that is awesome. And I just want you to know that you are loved, that you are awesome, that you can overcome anything in your life. That no matter what happens, no matter if you lose your job, your car, or rent, you can't make rent, you can just trust and believe in God that He will make a way for you. And you just have to keep pressing on. I know it seems like when it's dark and it's scary, it doesn't seem like there's no light, there's nothing gonna go on in my life, everything's like coming really down. You just have to think positive. I know from experience, thinking positive is the hardest thing to do when you feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthless, you feel everything, when people are doubting and making fun of you and calling you names and everything. It's hard. It's really hard just to not think about it and not stay positive. Sometimes we do get negative, but we can't let that negativity affect us in our life, because nobody wants to be a negative person. It can affect you and everyone. You just have to keep going and know that no matter what you're going through, you can be a blessing to someone else. Even if it's just a simple hello, or is there anything I can help you with? You can be a blessing to someone who needs something in their life. You never know. Because if you start and be negative and feel like, I'm not good enough, I cannot do this, I will not do this, you'll never know what you can do until you at least try. Sometimes all you need is a little push to just make your dreams come true. And you have to see that in positive light. You have to speak to yourself in a positive light. And it's the whole negative situation. If you feel negative and you talk negative, you're going to be negative. That's the positive outcome of being negative. If you speak positive and coming out saying, I'm going to be awesome, I'm going to be this and everything, your positive outcome will be positive, not negative. So it's not necessarily much of having self-esteem, or just it's how you view yourself as the way the world views you. Sometimes the world views us as not good enough, but that doesn't have to be the case, because in God's standards you are good enough. You're not what the world says you are what He has made you to be. And it doesn't matter what people say or what the trends and fashion trends and hairstyles and all that stuff is. No matter what that happens, you will always be amazing and good enough in His eyes. And sometimes when life hits you and you feel like you're confused, just hold on to that promise and keep smiling, because it will get better. It's gonna get better. And you are gonna do amazing things. And I hope that this message inspires you, or at least helped you through anything. And I hope I was helpful in some part, and I will see you next time.